Good afternoon, everyone. I am here to present to you my topic, which is all about sociological and sociopolitical issues. Okay, this topic has a subtopic, which is about cultural diversity, e- equity, individuals with disabilities education act, general education issues, psychology, personality factors that affect participation, social, psychological factors that affect participation, and let us first go to our first topic, which is about cultural diversity. So, what does it mean when we say diversity? Culturally diverse. So, a system of beliefs and behaviors that recognize and respects the presence of all diverse groups in an organization or society, acknowledges and values their socio-cultural differences, and encourage and enables their continued contribution within an inclusive cultural and context which empowers all within the organization or society. So it is a organization which have different kinds of students, different tribes, different races, which is in a organization or a group. For example, for that is Silliman University. Silliman University is a culturally diverse institution because they accept students whether you are white or black, insik man or Arabo, dawaton kanila sa Silliman University. That is cultural diversity. Now, sociologist Dr. Caleb Rosado, who specializes in diversity and multiculturalism, described seven important actions involved in definition of multiculturalism. First is recognition of abundant diversities of culture. Next is respect for the differences, acknowledging the validity of different cultural expression and contributions, valuing what other cultures offer, encouraging the contribution of diverse groups, empowering people to strengthen them and others to achieve their maximum potential by being critical of their own biases, and celebrating rather than just tolerating the difference in order to bring about unity through diversity. So that is Dr. Caleb Rosado describes and the seven important actions involved in definition of multiculturalism. Now, we have different kinds of students. We are culturally diverse. Silliman University is a culturally diverse institution. We will have strategies for teaching culturally diverse students. So this is divided into actually three groups. First is the teacher behaviors. So appreciate and accommodate the similarities and differences among the students' culture. So as a teacher, you need to appreciate their color, appreciate their culture, so that the students will have a safer environment and feel nila nga part sila sa society. Next is build relationships with students. Although bisag tuod na sila lahi na sila og mga races, lahi sila og language, we need also to build relationships like friendships. And we also need to atong ipakita nila na approachable ta nga pagka-teacher. Next is focus on the way students learn and observe students to identify their task and orientation. So as a teacher, you need to focus on anong mga way nila ang saon nila pagkat-on ang usa ka topic. You need also have a strategy that needs to anong maka-help nila nga learn more in a way nga kawalang kabalo sila unsaon. Teach students to match their behaviors to the setting. Now the next is instructional strategies. So First is use a variety of instructional strategies and learning activities. Consider students' culture and language skills when developing learning objectives and instructional activities. Next is incorporate objectives for effective and personal development. So that is the instructional strategies for teaching culturally diverse students. Now, next is communicate expectations, provide rationales, use advanced and post organizers, requires mastery. So, especially in physical education, you need mastery, step by step process from basic skills to practicing the skills and being a advanced learner. That is mastery, practicing, practice, and practice. Provide frequent feedback. So, as what other reporters said, that feedback is important to for us to learn, for us to evaluate our activities and now let's go to the next topic, which is equity. So very familiar word, but we need to uh, tackle the important meaning of this equity. Now, when we say equity, it is the absence of avoidable or remediable differences among groups of people, whether those groups are defined socially, economically, demographically, or geographically. So, equality versus equity. It is let to further understand what is equity means. Let us see the picture on the corner. Equality is giving the same box of so that you can see. But there are some people that is short. How can we that is equality? Now when we say equity, we will give more to those who cannot see. For example, in that picture, we give more to the person which is smaller than the other one because we cannot deny the fact that the tall one can see even without those boxes. So that is equity, giving more on those who are in need. Now, let's go to the Senate Bill 1298 or the IDEA. This bill is aims to implement zero reject policy in public schools as the bill mandates all public schools in the country to have their own special education center and program. So this Senate bill is filed by Senator Joel Villanueva also seeks to provide these public schools additional resources for special education, including the establishment of SPED centers, hiring of SPED teachers, and other SPED service. Villanueva said all kind of students, regardless of their status or disabilities, must be in school. So whether you are with disabilities, you still encouraged to go to school. That is the the goal of this Senate Bill 1298. Under the Senate Bill 1298, parental consent must first be given before the conduct of initial evaluation on a child with special education needs and the use of an individual education program or IEP, a unique curriculum designed for a specific disability. Autism, intellectual disability, developmental delay, orthopedic impairments, deafness, and blindness are among the disabilities covered by the measure. Senate Bill 1298. Now, regarding those Senate Bill 1298, the persons with disabilities, there are some factors that affects those persons with disabilities to participate in all activities in school. So, through participation, children learn about the challenges of violation to their right while also promoting social justice and actively creating an environment and culture of respect. But many children with disabilities face barriers that affect their ability to participate. So, what are those barriers that affect their ability to participate? First is the stigma. Why do we say that it is a stigma? Many times they are portrayed as unintelligent or less credible compared to other children. So those that is that is the muna siya pinakakontra sa mga kuan ng stigma kanang feeling nga ay dili kay inaani ko na ako'y diferensya dili ko ka participate. So that is the stigma of the persons with disabilities or children with disabilities. Muna sila maoy makapa degrade maka feel nila nga wala sila pulo sa kalibutan. So we will break that stigma. Next is many times children with disabilities are mistakenly seen as not able to communicate. So because of their disabilities, they cannot communicate well because dili dayon sila makasabot kay kita normal nga tawo sayo na kay kaistoryahon but sila they have different kind of communication na sila ilang paagi mo nang kaingon ta nga lisod. It is important to recognize that children with disabilities can communicate but may need to use different methods, di ba? Mangita na sila laing paagi. Ay nanas sila ilang paagi unsaon nila pagsabot ang usa ka topic or activity. Now, let's go to the next topic which is equity. So, very familiar word but we need to uh, tackle the important meaning of this equity. Now, when we say equity, it is the absence of avoidable or remediable differences among groups of people, whether those groups are defined socially, economically, demographically, or geographically. So, equality versus equity. It is let to further to further understand what is equity means. Let us see the picture on the corner. Equality is giving the same box of so that you can see. But there are some people that is short. So those are the barriers for them to participate in a class. Now, let's go on to our next topic, which is all about psychology. But first, let us define what is psychology. Psychology is the study of mind and behavior. It encompasses the biological influences, social pressures, and environmental factors that affect how people think, act, and feel. So, it is a study of mind, how we perform, how we move, this behavior, o say mong mga characteristics as a person. That is how psychology works. They will read what anong unsa imong ipangbuhat and then they will think of a summarization of unsa ka nga pagkatawo. That is psychology, study of mind. Mind. We have also the factors that affect participations as a your school's social group and other influences shape your attitude towards sports. These factors can determine whether you participate as an observer, a coach, or performer or at all. First, social groupings are the groups to which you are attached because of your circumstances. Social groupings can have either a positive or negative influences on your involvement in sports. So basically, social groupings will help you participate, perform in a certain activity or a sport. That is important because when maglibot na sila nimo, ma-influence man kanila to perform, to participate, to join kinds of sports, team sports that will help you to become to participate in a activity. Next, there are the positive and negative effect. Peers, if they enjoy and play sports, you will join in. If they do not share your interests, they can encourage you to give up sports. So that is it. Family, an interest, positive effect, an interest in specific sports will encourage participation inherited ability may help you to be successful. They provide good role models. Negative effect, they may influence you to move away from a sport or you like and towards their favorite sport. If they don't like the sport, it may be hard for you to get support, di ba? If yung barkada nimo hilig og basketball niya, ikaw di ka hilig, so di po ka maapil nila. So that is the negative effect of that. Next is gender. Boys often find it easier to access sports. Women are now active in developing women generally gyms and teams. This encourage participation. Some people may expect you to conform to a stereotypical behavior. Opportunities for women are increasing, but support is still limited in some areas. Some religions do not encourage women to participate, so that is the problem with that. No. Next is race. Some ethnic groups have a particular interest in a certain sports. This cultural influence encourage participation. Racist, a negative effect, racist attitudes still make participation uncomfortable for some sports people, so they may quit. Next. Socioeconomic, positive effect. All sports are available if you can afford them. Na negative effect, sports needing lots of equipment, travel, or expensive facilities are not available to those with little money. No, so if kuan ka dili kay ka socio-economically kuan, dili ka kuan sa mga equipment, travel expenses and facilities, walisod ka to kanang usiganhan din imong buhaton, no? Hindi ka maka-achieve ana because of socio-economic problems. But on the other hand, all sports are available if you can afford them lang po daw. Pero if kuan ka, ganahan ka, you also have alternative way to o ganahan jud ka nga mo achieve ana. Maybe you can help mo patabang ka sa imong mga kailang nga na mga inana. Depende ra nimo unsa nimo pagdiskarte. Next, peer pressure, di ba no? Is a very strong during teenage years. This can encourage participation or make it difficult to do your own thing. So peer pressure, if kung kasi imong mga friends or imong mga so leisure time. Leisure time is the time we have when we are not working or completing our family and home duties. 'Di ba? So facility providers. Facilities are provided for participants of all age and levels of ability, including individuals, teams, clubs, regional and national. Local authorities provide sports centers and outdoor pitches. Sports governing bodies provide elite training and performance facilities. So, no, if the LGUs and the local government agencies can also help us to ano siya mga factors po ba nga maka-participate po ta in only kuan kay because of them tabangan po ta nila mura give and take po ba nga makatabang po sila sa atuan din maka-perform ta maka-participate because of that they will give us the facilities that we need in order for us to kanang maka-participate ta. If daghan ang mga facilities mas daghan maka-participate so much more. Sporting events. Events will help you to enhance your skills and develop sportsmanship and develop participation as well in all activities. 'Di ba? If na mga tournaments, na mga kuan, makahapon nimo to participate in a game. Maka-participate pa ka, ma-enhance pa nimo imong mga skills, maka-learn pa ka og mga ways and techniques and strategies labi na sa naa ka sa court nga kanang diskartehanay ba. Mo siya term nga diskartehanay unsaon na diya ka maka-learn because through experience maka-learn jud kag mga techniques and strategies. Lalo na siya sa mga for example, even if mga kanang barangay ra mga tournament, kadako na kay siya tabang nato as a mga activities. Dako ko siya tabang. The next will be social factors affecting physical activity. So here are the social factors. Social factors can be behavioral, psychological, social, personal, and or environmental. All social factors that affecting physical activity. First is motivation, di ba? Intrinsic and extrinsic motivation. Maka-motivate na siya. Competition, reputation, excitement, accountability, social support, networking, income, employment, gender, ano siya yung mga social factors. So, how social factors affect individual sports? Intrinsic motivation is what drives athletes and competitors in individualistic sports. Your motivations comes within yourself because you want to win or better yourself. You don't have the social support or teammates cheering you on or being in your ear right before the competition starts. Di ba no? So it is your intrinsic kanang imong kinaugalingon nga motivation sa imong kaugalingon nga dapat mo daog ko. Dapat makaya na ko ni, masurpass na ko ni akong mga giagi akong giapilan ron nga sport nga kaya na ko ni. That is better kay di pa na to kabalan if naaba kay kuan, di ba? Intrinsic motivation is what drives athletes and competitors in individualistic sports. Now, how social factors affect individual activities. So, individual activities plays witness to an increase in mobility, physical strength, and strength of character, and ultimately happiness. Instead of living a secluded and dark life, these people that take the step to move forward suddenly begin building social networks and increasing what was originally their fledgling amount of intrinsic or extrinsic motivation. Diba? If individual activities ka, muna siya maka-help mo nimo to gain your ultimate happiness, peace of mind, and social networks as well. How social factors affect team sports. So when you identify with a team, you are immediately given a group of friends with which you can learn on a social, psychological, and motivational support. As you spend more time with your team, you will see an increase is a societal connection and sense of camaraderie gain for associational made with your team. So, di ba? When you are join ka sa mga team sports, you will help it can also build friendships and camaraderie, maka gain pa ka og mga new lessons in life and techniques and strategies. Muna siya maka-help na to. Makawala siya anxiety because ang team nimo maka-help mo na siya to be more, you know, who you are in yourself. So that is how social factors affect team. So to sum it up, so the most important thing is your motivation to do your task and to participate in all activities. Mo na siya may highlights. Your motivations, your kanang maka-help nimo nga usay nas imong likod kisay nag-help nimo. That is the important thing nga atong hinumduman nga dapat ang atong motivation is very strong nga kaya natong buhaton ang tanan. So that is my topic for today. Thank you for watching and please don't hesitate to click the like button and subscribe my channel. So thank you guys and good afternoon.